The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Veltar of the Hegemony rose from his crystalline seat. His four arms gestured dramatically as he addressed the assembled representatives of 1,000 worlds. The human species presents an unprecedented threat, Veltar declared, his voice resonating through the vast dome. Their planet Earth has been quarantined for good reason. These creatures possess an alarming capacity for violence and adaptation that defies all known biological parameters. Elder Crix of the Ancient Ones nodded sagely, her tentacles swaying with concern. The humans have progressed from primitive tool use to spaceflight in mere millennia. Such rapid advancement is unnatural and dangerous. The warnings had been clear and unanimous. Humanity was to remain contained within their solar system, observed but never contacted. The Council's xenobiologists had compiled extensive reports detailing human warfare, their relentless expansion across their homeworld, and their disturbing tendency to solve problems through conflict rather than negotiation. But the Caliph Empire had grown arrogant. Commander Zahn stood before his war council aboard the flagship Crimson Fang, dismissing the council's concerns with a wave of his scaled hand. Primitive mammals, he sneered. They barely possess faster-than-light communication. What threat could they pose to an empire that spans 300 star systems? The Caliph had crushed dozens of species in their expansion across the galaxy. Their plasma weapons could turn entire continents to glass, and their fleet numbered in the thousands. They viewed the Council's warnings as the paranoid ramblings of weak-willed peacekeepers. "We will take their world in a single day," Zahn announced. "Their resources will fuel our next century of conquest." 3 months later, the first Caliph invasion fleet emerged from hyperspace at the edge of Earth's solar system. Massive dreadnoughts, each the size of a small moon, advanced toward the blue-green world that harbored humanity. Admiral Lisa Park watched the alien ships approach from the bridge of the human vessel Defiance. Earth's defense fleet seemed pathetically small in comparison, just 50 ships against the Caliph Armada of 300. "Sir, we're receiving a transmission from the lead alien vessel," reported Communications Officer Tom Blake. Commander Zahn's image appeared on the view screen, his reptilian features twisted in disdain. "Humans of Earth, surrender your world. Submit to Caliph rule, and your deaths will be swift." Park smiled coldly. "Tell him we decline." What followed was not the swift conquest Zahn had anticipated. Human ships darted between the massive Caliph vessels like angry hornets, their smaller size allowing for incredible maneuverability. Where Caliph plasma beams moved in predictable arcs, human kinetic projectiles struck from impossible angles. It was not just their tactics that caught the Caliph off guard. Human ships rammed Caliph vessels when their weapons failed. Human fighters continued attacking even with their hulls breached and life support failing. When the Defiance lost its main engines, Park ordered the ship to be manually piloted on a collision course with Zahn's flagship. The Caliph had expected surrender. Instead, they faced an enemy that seemed to grow more dangerous as the battle intensified. Within hours, half the Caliph fleet was destroyed or disabled. The remaining ships retreated beyond Earth's orbital defenses, but the humans did not allow them to regroup. Captured Caliph technology was reverse-engineered within days, and human engineers began producing hybrid weapons that combined alien plasma technology with human ingenuity. Dr. James Wilson led the research team that cracked Caliph shield frequencies in record time. "Their technology is more advanced," he explained to the assembled scientists, "but it's also more specialized. They never expected anyone to adapt their own weapons against them." The second wave of Caliph reinforcements arrived to find Earth surrounded by a defensive grid unlike anything in their military databases. Human ships now carried plasma weapons, but mounted on rotating turrets that could fire in multiple directions simultaneously. Caliph shields, designed to deflect energy from a single direction, proved useless against the modified human assault pattern. More disturbing to the Caliph was humanity's rapid adaptation. Each engagement revealed new human tactics, new weapons, configurations, new strategies that seemed to emerge from nowhere. The humans learned from every battle, incorporating captured technology and developing countermeasures at a pace that defied comprehension. Commander, Zahn found himself trapped in Earth's gravity well when human forces disabled his ship's hyperdrive. As human boarding parties cut through his hull, he finally understood the Council's warnings. Captain Rita Hayes led the boarding team that captured the Caliph commander. She found him in his command center, staring at tactical displays showing the systematic destruction of his empire's greatest fleet. How? Zahn asked, his voice barely a whisper. How did primitives defeat the might of Caliph? Hayes removed her helmet, revealing a scarred face marked by countless battles. You made the same mistake everyone makes. You looked at our technology and assumed that was all we were. Within 6 months, human expeditionary forces had reached Caliph space. The Empire's worlds fell one by one, not to superior firepower, but to humanity's relentless adaptability. Where Caliph tactics remained rigid and predictable, human strategies evolved with each encounter. The Galactic Council emergency session convened as reports flooded in from across the galaxy. Humanity had not only repelled the Caliph invasion, but had begun expanding beyond their solar system at an unprecedented rate. Elder Crix addressed the assembly with grim satisfaction. We warned them. The humans are not merely another species to be conquered. They are evolution's answer to adversity itself. Ambassador Veltar stood once more, his earlier concerns now validated by devastating reality. The question is no longer whether humanity poses a threat. The question is whether any of us can survive their awakening. The chamber fell silent as delegates contemplated a galaxy where humanity was no longer contained. Outside the station's windows, the stars seemed somehow less bright, as if aware that the galaxy's newest predator had finally been unleashed.